How's it going, sports card fans, wrestling collectors? This is Tom from CollectAWrestlePalooza. What are we going to do? The Nationals over. There's only baseball on TV. Football hasn't started yet. It's time to collect some wrestling cards. Today I'm going to be doing a mailbag. Let's get to it.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
So we're going to be doing a mailbag today with 3 parcels. These are 3 envelopes, and I know what's inside of them. I'm breaking with tradition a little bit. Usually when I open up an envelope on this channel, I have no idea what's inside, but I was waiting for these particular ones to come in, and they are examples of targeted collecting. If you watch my channel, you know that there are times that I get in my head ideas of what I want to buy, and then I go out and I look for that, and it may not be a particular card or a particular superstar, but it might be more of a genre or a time period. In this case, I'm trying to buy things from 1992 and 1993. I see that as a lull, particularly in licensed cards and in licensed cards in North America. In 1991, there were the WWF Classics, which had the Ultimate Warrior rookie. That was a pretty big card set. And then in 1992 and 1993, the only wrestling cards that were really being produced were in Germany. You had the Amigo Spiels. I am featuring some of those in other videos on this channel. More about that later. And also you had the Merlin card set, which I believe was a German release. So these are examples of cards from those series because WWF cards were not prevalent in North America. And think about what's happening in the WWF during that time. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, they're all struggling to see who's going to be the face, who is Hulk Hogan going to be passing the torch to carry on the Federation. We don't know the answer to that at this time. And there are superstars like Yokozuna, Doink the Clown, Papa Shango, people like that are more caricatures, and the WWF is trying to find its direction and ultimately lands on the Attitude Era. But this is a lost identity in WWF, which makes it more fascinating to me because there aren't as many products out there, which makes them more scarce, which makes them more enjoyable for me to have them in my hands. So let's get to it. I'm going to start here with one of the envelopes. Like I said, I know basically what's inside. And we have in this one, these are some Amigo Spiele wrestling cards. I'm not going to flip through each individual card. I'm going to save that for a later video. But this here on the front, that is Steve Cairn as Skinner. And like I said, there were just so many interesting characters in the Federation at this time. And I really enjoyed watching wrestling as a kid in 1992. I was coming of age myself, middle school going into high school. I was a huge Yokozuna fan. I always liked the heels. And the cartoonish nature of WWF actually really appealed to me. I saw it as almost like a comic book or comic book heroes coming to life, and it allowed for more of an escapism in watching the Federation. I was not into it in the Attitude Era. At that point, it might have been I was too cool for school and entering high school and not really interested in, professional wrestling anymore. But for me, that was my entry point and actually exit from professional wrestling until years later. Of course, the last few years, I started becoming a collector and going through the nostalgia kick. But these are the Amiga Spiels. They did come out in Germany in 1992, 1993. I bought a bunch of singles, and you can see the back of it is what I'm most interested in. And I did buy the boxes. You can find that on a previous mailbag. And then I did buy the singles, as I stated. But the back of the card, I believe, is a sign of the scarcity. These ones have the standard back, that's just the WWF logo printed over and over again. The next envelope I'm going to open right now, I believe the card back has a caricature figure of the wrestler doing a move, and I think it was a card game, so I don't know why some of them only have the logo back and some of them have the caricature back, but the caricature back ones are significantly more expensive. Yeah, you can see here, this says pin on the back. and this one says Dropkick on the back. And it's not different superstars. It can be the same superstar with a different back. So I paid a lot more for these cards without even really realizing why until I did a little bit of research and found out that I had a hard time finding more of the caricature back style cards. And also think about who was big in the Federation at this time. Like I said, 1992, 1993 would have been Yokozuna's rookie class, but also you got Doink the Clown, you got Hardcore Holly, Tammy Sitch, famously Sunny in the WWF. You have superstars like that, Doink the Clown, like I said, that are coming into the Federation at this time. But then you also have cards at the same time of Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan. Here you've got Rick Martel and Mr. Perfect, two of the biggest superstars ever, but in their cartoon gimmicky character. How cool is that? You've got the debuts of Kane, which is Isaac Yankem. You've got Bam Bam Bigelow in the Federation at this time, Tatanka, you know, a real who's who of this crossover pre-Attitude Era, pre-Stone Cold, The Rock, and then of course The Undertaker. It's when The Undertaker, his first couple years of cards, are bookending this entire amazing class of wrestlers in the Federation. But like I said, there aren't that many cards from 1992 and 1993. So stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a complete Amigo Spiel flip through. I'm going to be featuring these cards here, and there's in each of these top holders, or I should say card savers, there's a whole stack of Amigo Spiels, and then also the boxes that I purchased. I'll be opening those up, and we'll be doing a whole flip through of the whole thing, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of which, if you have not subscribed to the channel, now would be a great time to do so. I do feature wrestling cards primarily, but all sports cards, all nostalgia. You might find some VHS, cassette tapes, anything that I'm looking to buy, I'm going to feature on this channel. I don't, I don't not do a video because I'm looking at old Guns N' Roses cassette tapes as opposed to professional wrestling. I'll still feature it on this channel, even though it is CollectAWrestlePalooza. I do always get excited every single new subscriber. Really do appreciate your support. Here's the second envelope here, I should say the third envelope, but from a different seller, and I'm pretty sure I know what this is as well. These are going to be some Yokozuna rookie cards. Like I said, that is the most prominent superstar with rookie cards from this time. And I don't know which ones came out first, the 1993 Merlins or the 1993 Amigo Spiels. So I had to buy them both. And these are the Merlins. The condition was varied on the listing. Some of them said poor, some of them said good, some of them said very good. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to get here. But more than anything, it's very hard to find Yokozuna cards from the 1993 Merlin set. So I bought them all. And you can see here, we've got Mr. Perfect. I did buy these at the same time because it was the same seller. We got another Mr. Perfect card. And then we've got the Yokozuna rookies. And the thing I like about these 1993 Merlins as well is look at the back of the card. How cool is that? Just a really, really unique and cool full color caricature logo of Yokozuna on the back. Really great looking cards. And the condition's okay. I mean, these would grade. I'll probably slab them just because I like to have these cards in a slab. It's a very attractive way to present them. And now that I'm looking at these cards, I think the condition is a lot better than I expected, and I'm very happy with this purchase. So these are all Yokozuna rookies from 1993. I also have some Yokozuna rookies in the Amigo Spiels when I go through those. And really an amazing, agile big man. For me, it's nostalgia, but I also see Yokozuna as one of the best big men in professional wrestling history. So certainly worth having his rookie cards in my PC. And that does it for this week. Look at all these great cards from 1992, 1993. Can't wait to flip through them. Like I said, there will be a flip through specifically of the Amigo Spiels on this channel. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned to CollectAWrestlePalooza for all the great things in this amazing hobby. Be good to each other. Peace.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.